Hi, my dear students. Good morning to all. Once again, welcome back to Maths online class. So, we are discussing with the chapter decimal numbers. I hope you understood the place value system of decimal numbers and how to write that given numbers in decimal form. So, we'll move on to today's topic. That is, today we'll see how to read decimal numbers. That means, after the decimal point, how we'll read the numbers, then how to represent a decimal number on the number line, and how to write the given decimal numbers in fractions. Fraction form, how will you write? So we'll cover these topics in today's class and we'll solve some problems based on this topic. So first we'll see how to read decimal numbers. So directly we are moving with the example questions. First one, 0.03. So after the decimal point, we'll not read it using the place value system. We'll just read the numbers as such. That is 0.03, then 1.20. Never read 1.20. It is 1.20. That means give the number separately. Read the number separately. Now here 108.56 is the number. So how will you read 108? That whole number part, how whatever you have studied previously, the same. But after the decimal point, don't give any place value system. That is 108.56. So, you know this is 5, this is 6. So, read it as such, 5, 6. Then 10.07, 0.032. 5.008. So, after the decimal point, we'll read the numbers as such. There is no place values. That means, when you're reading, there is no place value system. Next, how can you represent decimals on number line? You know what is a number line? You have studied to represent fractions on number line, integers on number line, isn't it? Next, we'll see how to represent decimal numbers on a number line. First question, 0.2. So, when you are getting a number, decimal number, and if you want to mark it on a number line, it depends upon the whole number part. Here, what is the whole number part? 0, isn't it? 0.2 means whole number part is 0. That means this 0.2 comes between 0 and 1. 0 and 1. The distance 0 and 1 is divided into 10 equal parts. The distance 0, 1 is divided into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. Then each part will be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, etc. 0.10. This part is 0.10, that is 1. Clear? Next, 1.9. What is the whole number part here? 1. So, this 1.9 comes between 1 and 2. So, that 1, the distance 1 and 2 is divided into how many equal parts? 10 equal parts, and each part will be what? 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, etc. 1.10. So, you can mark 1.9. Next example. Similarly, 1.1. Depending upon the whole number part. What is the whole number part here? 1. So, this 1 comes between what? The distance 1 and 2. So, that 1 and 2, distance 1 and 2, you are dividing into 10 equal parts. That is 1.1, 1.2, etc. So, what we want to mark? 1.1. Next question, 2.5. So, where does 2.5 comes? Here the whole number part is starting with 2. So, the distance comes between 2 and 3. That means the distance 2 and 3 is divided into 10 equal parts. So, each part will be 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, etc. 2.10. So, in between you can see 2.5. So, like this, whatever decimal numbers are given, you are looking for the whole number part. If, for example, if I am giving you one question, 7.3, where does 7.3 comes? That distance will be coming between 7 and 8. So, the distance 7, between 7 and 8, that 1 unit distance you are dividing into 10 equal parts. So, the first part will be 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, etc. So, you can mark 7.3. So, this marking on number line depends upon the whole number part. So, keep that in your mind. Next. Decimals as fractions and in lowest form. So when you were discussing about the chapter fractions, you know how to make a fraction into simplest form. So once a decimal number we convert it into fraction, that fraction should be made to simplest or lowest form. So how we will do that? We can see. 0.6 is the given decimal number. So how can you make it into a fraction? Here after the decimal point, how many places are there? One place is there, isn't it? After the decimal point only you have one place. So you know that denominator will be 10. After the decimal point, if there is only one place, the denominator will be 10. You know, the 10th position number will be coming after the decimal point, first place value. So here already the whole number part is 0. So 0 plus 6 by 10. Now what is 0 plus 6 by 10? 6 by 10 itself. So 0.6 we wrote it as 6 by 10. So we converted into fraction. 0.6 we converted into 6 by 10 fraction. Now we have to make this 6 by 10 into lowest form. That is 6 by 10, you know, we have a common factor. What is the common factor? 2 is the common factor. So 6 by 10 dividing both numerator and denominator with 2, what do you have? 3 by 5. So what is the fractional form of 0.6? 3 by 5. How we got 3 by 5? 0.6 first we converted into 6 by 10. Now the lowest form of 6 by 10 is 3 by 5. Next 2.5. So whole number part you write as such, 2 itself, plus here after the decimal point how many place? 1. So 5 by 10. Now 2 plus 5 by 10. Now this is a mixed fraction, isn't it? So you convert it into improper fraction, that is 2 into 10 is 20, 20 plus 5, 25 by 10. Now 25 by 10 is the required fraction. Now converting into lowest form, what is the common factor in 25 and 10? 5 is the common factor, so dividing you will get 5 by 2. What you have to keep in mind is here after the decimal point how many places is there. Depending upon that the denominator comes. If there are 2 places the denominator will be 100. If there is only one place the denominator will be 10. If there are 3 places the denominator will be thousands. Next example 1.0. 1.0 means here after the decimal part is 0. But still we have to write it as a fraction, isn't it? So 1 plus 0 by 10. 0 by 10 is what? 0 itself. So 1 itself. The lowest form is also 1. We cannot convert. What is the fraction form of 1? 1 by 1 itself. Next 3.8. So the whole number part you keep it there. 0.8 means 8 by 10. Now this is a mixed fraction, converting 38 by 10 you will get. What is 38 by 10? The common factor is 2. One dividing 19 by 5. Next example 0.60. Here after the decimal point how many places are there? 2 places are there. So I told it depends upon the places after the decimal point. So 2 places means the denominator will be what? 100. So 60 by 100 you are getting. Now again converting to lowest form. Here numerator and denominator is having 1 0 common. So 0 cancel, 0 cancel, what we are getting? 6 by 10. So what? 6 by 10. When again converting into lowest form, in the previous example we got 3 by 5. What is the common factor in 6 by 10? 2 is the common factor. So 6 divided by 2, 3, 10 divided by 2, 5. Next 0.05. Again after the decimal point how many places? 2 places. So 5 by 100. Now 5 by 100. There is no common 0 in numerator and denominator, so we cannot cancel anything. But there is a common factor. 5 is a common factor. So 5 divided by both numerator and denominator. 5 divided by 5, 1. 100 divided by 5, 20. Then next 0.75. Again after the decimal point, 2 places. So 75 by 100. So what? Again, you know the divisibility rule of 5, isn't it? So this only common factor is what? 5. So 75 divided by 5 and 100 divided by 5. What you are getting? When 75 divided by 5 is 15, 100 divided by 5 is 20. Again 5 is a common factor. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Or when you're seeing the HCF, if you're seeing the HCF of 75, converting to simplest form or lowest form, the easy method is finding the HCF of numerator and denominator. So the HCF of 75 and 100 is 25. So 75 divided by 25 is 3, 100 divided by 25 is 4. In that method also you can do, or you can go for looking the common factor between numerator and denominator. But the thing is that once you get a fraction, you have to make sure that the numerator and the denominator is having no further common factors. Here when you see 3 and 4, there is no common factors between 3 and 4. So you can say 3 by 4 is the simplest form of 0.75. So 75, or otherwise you can say 75 by 100 is 3 by 4 itself, 3 by 4 part. Now next example, 0.18. Similarly, 0.18, after the decimal point, how many places are there? 2 places. So if 2 places, I said the denominator will be 100. So 18 by 100. Now what is the common factor here? Both are even numbers. See here, in this type concepts, you are making the use of the concept divisibility rules. So mainly for making the fractions into lowest forms, we'll be using the numbers 2, 5, etc. By checking the divisibility rules, you can see whether both numerator and denominator, 3 is a factor, then 4 is a factor also. In this cases, you are making use of the concept divisibility of numbers. So here 18 and 100 both are what? Even numbers. So you can see it is divisible by 2. So 80 divided by 2, 9, 100 divided by 2, 50. Now 9 and 50 are composite numbers, but you cannot see a common factor between 9 and 50. 50 you have common factor 2, 5, 10. But 9 there is no factor. 9 there means 2 is not a factor, 5 is not a factor, 10 is not a factor. For 9 the only factor is 3 and 9. For 50, 3 and 9 is not factor. So there is no common factor between 9 and 50. So the simplest form of 18 by 100 is 9 by 50. So in this way you have to convert the given decimal numbers into fraction and then make it in the lowest form. So according to the place after the decimal point, whole number part you don't consider. After the decimal point, how many places are there? According to that, you will see the denominator. If there is only one position, then the denominator will be 10. If there are 2 positions, then the denominator will be 100. If there are 3 positions, then the denominator will be 1000. So then once you get the fraction, you can make it into the simplest form. So this is how we are making a decimal number into a fraction. Now next example, 0.25. Again after the decimal point you have 2 places. So 25 by 100. Now what is the common factor? 25 and 100, we can see 5 is, or you can take 25. I said you have to find HCF of 5. If you are taking 5, 25 in 5, how many times? 5. 100 in 5, 20. Now 5 by 20 again, 5 is a common factor. 5 divided by 5, 1. 100 divided by 5, 20 divided by 5, 4. Oh, here they have divided directly with 25. 25 divided by 25, 1. 100 divided by 25, 4. That is by the HCF method. Finding HCF of 25 and 100, they will get 25 is the HCF. So 25 divided by 25, 1. 100 divided by 25, 4. So the decimal form is 0.25. The fraction form is 1 by 4. Now 0.125. Here after the decimal point, how many places are there? 3 places. So if 3 places are coming, I said we'll use 1000. So 125 by 1000. Here 125 by 1000, what is the common factor? 5. So when we are dividing with 5, at last you will get 1 by 8. Then last question, 0.066. What is it? Again after the decimal point you have 3 places. If 3 places means by thousands. Here if you are writing the 0 or not, that is there is no value. That is why 66 by 1000. This 0 here, no problem, no need of writing that. So 66 by 0, 66, there is a number like that? No. If 0 is coming here, we will read 660. But 0 is coming here means 0, 600, 6, we will not read like that. We will take it as 66 itself. So 66 by 1000, now making it into simplest form. Here 2 is the common factor. 66 divided by 2, 33, 1000 divided by 2, 500. Now there is no common factor between 33 and 500. So the simplest form of 66 by 1000 is 33 by 500. So this is how you are converting the given decimals into fractions. So winding up today's class, today we discussed on how to represent decimal numbers on number line and how to write decimals as fractions. Practice more questions from your textbook. In your textbook there are some more example questions or exercise questions. Practice down it, and if you have any doubt you can ask me. Copy down the notes given and attend the test paper. We'll meet with the next concept of this decimals chapter in the next video. Thank you.